What's up guys, Fairly Decent here, and I am bringing you another video from Theater Mode. And guess what? I tested my theory again. My theory was that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 gives an advantage to people that have less than perfect internet. And while I was uploading my most recent video, which is the disappointed rant towards the game and towards my experience the last couple nights, meaning the inconsistent play and how awful it's been, I kind of went into the game about halfway through this one here, just so that you can kind of weed out the boring parts here, just so that there's transparency. Right there, it's 5 and 3 confirms. As you can see, 3-bar internet. My ping was at about 150 to 200 almost. Like, it was really bad because I was uploading a very large file to YouTube. But that did not stop this game from giving me an advantage in order to win my argument that Call of Duty gives an advantage to people with bad internet. So this basically gives two examples of this theory holding true. And again, it's on Aquarium. I don't know what it is about this map, but when I'm laggy, I do very well on this map. I end up going on a pretty good streak after I die 2 more times. So I die once coming up, and then 1 more time shortly after, and then I go on a streak at that point. Because I end up going on almost a 10-kill streak, and there's a part that's coming up right here that I felt pretty stupid because I came around the corner and aimed down my sights, and there was a guy laying down right in front of me, and I didn't see it because of the fact that I was aimed down my sights. But that's neither here nor there. My internet connection was awful in this game. Look at that, like, my connection was awful right here. I was stupid. But it gave me the advantage more often than not. Like, my shots were right on the money counting, while people that were shooting at me, it seemed to take more shots to kill me. And if I was moving around, I seemed to move quicker almost, because if I were to move left or right, I would almost lag, like stop and then lag to the side, like in the one Morning Wood video that I did where I like super raged and said that it's almost looks like the guy went from here to here really quick and I went from left to right. That's what was basically happening for me and my advantage. So it's obviously a connection issue, and I wasn't hosting this one because I joined into the game part of the way through it. It was still pretty close to the beginning, but I still joined in after the fact, so it's not like the host migrated to me. It was completely just by chance that I got into this game and I started doing pretty well, and this is basically where I start my tear here. Look at that, I'm getting fucking hit markers and I'm not even aimed at the guy. So it's counting shots it shouldn't, and I was the one that was laggy. I don't know what the excuse me, the status of the server was before I got in there. I'm assuming it may have been a little bit laggy, but this just holds true to the theory that people with less than perfect internet have an advantage in Call of Duty because, for whatever reason, Call of Duty refuses to just go with the dedicated server system. They do this hybrid bullshit where it's P2P and Call of Duty servers, so they try to say that it's better that way, but it's not. It's probably better for them because it's probably more cost effective, but it is definitely not better for the player. And if they try to say it's too expensive or impossible to do it, because that used to be their argument back early on during, like, I think that was like Black Ops 1 days, when they started kind of talking about giving the possibility of dedicated servers, but they tried to say, oh no, it's impossible to do it with the amount of players that we have, and it'll be too expensive, yada yada yada. And then literally when Battlefield 4, I think, was coming out around that time, whatever it was one of the Battlefield games, they had dedicated servers right off the bat, and they had no issues. And at that time, the player base was about the same. It was comparable, at least. Call of Duty still had more, but it was comparable enough to prove that Call of Duty's logic of it being too expensive to have dedicated servers for their games, it showed that it was a lie. If this was a Maury Povich episode, the lie detector would deem that a lie. So they're just being cheap bastards, and it's 2015 at this point. There's no excuse for there being no dedicated servers for Call of Duty, so they really need to push for it, because when this game plays without lag or without any sort of weird hiccups, it's a great game. It's pretty much balanced. The guns are all pretty powerful and usable, so I mean, they did a good job making the game, but they do not do a good job with the server system and the P2P system. But before this video gets too long like the last one did, I'm going to cut it off here and just leave it at the fact that there's no reason why Call of Duty shouldn't have dedicated servers, and there's absolutely no reason why someone like me, who's uploading a video to YouTube, who had absolutely fucking trash internet in the game, trash connection to the server, should be able to come in and go 18-6 rather easily. Like, it wasn't even a hard match for me. So this just again holds true. So right now, 2 for 2. One time I was host, one time I wasn't. The host game I was able to go a little bit more ham, but even though I wasn't host in this one, I was still able to come in and do well enough to prove the point that Treyarch and Activision needs to both work towards focusing on having dedicated servers. There's no reason to have P2P anymore. But with that being said, if you like the content, like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks for stopping by. Peace out.